Hey guys, here we are back on Marrow, and I wanted to show you guys the new spot. This is definitely the spot to be for a ranger. Like, I'm hands down, no questions. No questions, so you know what I mean. Unquestionably, this is the spot. And I'm going to show you why and tell you why, as you know I always do. So, number one, tons of animals that are right at the perfect level range for me right now at 40. And it's nice and open. Unlike Emerald Jungle, where you had a few animals and you had all these dangerous undead that can kick your butt. And also, said animals were often a little high. It was a bit of a grind to take them down, and you know the XP for taking down a high dark blue versus a low dark blue is not worth the extra time and trouble that it takes to do so. So here, let me show you. Get started with. Grab this guy with a nice arrow. There's a nice Kunark Rhino. I'm right up against the wall over there where you see those statues. That is the zone to Skyfire. And if I go down this way along the wall, left exiting the zone from Skyfire, I find myself at the outpost, you know, the kind of the evil Pharaoh city. And that is great. That's one of the reasons why this particular place is great. But here, check out this. Just a flame dot, which is unnecessary. I don't have to flame dot. I just love it. And the reason I do it is not for like the total of like 26 damage it does over the course of its 3 damage per tick, but it's really for the AC reduction. And I'm not sure it's really helping, but hey, why not? Why not debuff the AC of the mob real quick? And then, you know, why not? Now the mob's almost at 50%. Why not panic him before he starts to beat on me? It costs next to nothing. So we were doing this and getting like 22% to 25% an hour, but now, just after an update, we're getting to 25% experience bonus, so I assume that percentage is going to be even better. And it's just like non-stop chain pulls if you're doing it right. You don't use almost any mana. You know, you got a snare and a panic animal and a flame lick if you want. A couple of panic animals. It uses next to nothing. And obviously I hardly get hurt at all, and I could afford to. Wow, he hit me right there at the end. I don't know why, but he did. I'm not sure if I should be taking these hooves. They're very heavy, but why not? I hit loot all. Is it like a no drop lore item? Okay, so I can only have one. I already have one. So there's the outpost right there. You see that wall materializing? Now the great thing about being a ranger is I can camo, slip in, and then I can sneak trade, and they got vendors for everything there. So I can buy all my fletching supplies. So this is going to be a great opportunity for me as I solo to shoot as many arrows as I can. Maybe even do some arrow kiting just to take advantage of the fact that I can burn through arrows and easily get more. But as you see, as I'm pulling them back to the wall, I like to just keep plinking them with my arrows. I got a level or two of archery in the short time I've been doing this. So my last session, I went from like 40 or 60% into my level to 80. And then I thought, hey, take a break, and I'll make a video showing the spot off that'll also show me dinging 41. Tigresses are really the sweet spot. They're perfect. They're kind of on the low blue dark range. They go down easy. So easy. They hardly do any damage. If like I could face tank this no problem, but why do that? When it's... Oh, wrong spell. I meant to cast Panic Animal. We might not even panic it again. I mean, it's already 24. One more good slash, and it's running. And we can afford to take a couple hits with the Ruby on, because we're regenning HP. So the cats are a little loud, but... yeah. There we go. And we're getting... there we go, a high-quality cat pellet. Might as well take the Fang. We could sell it. Another thing that we're doing here is we're going to collect, I'm not sure we're really going to be able to turn them in, but I think I might try to collect Sarnak braids, which P99 says only drop off of Sarnak Berserkers, not the Sarnak Knights, but that's fine with me, because the Berserkers are lower level. They're really low level, actually. They're like half dark blue, half light blue, which is perfect if we're going to kill a mob that's not fearable. That's about the range we want to do it at. And we're going to collect those braids. You can turn them in 4 at a time to an undead captain. Now, that's why I'm not sure we're going to be able to turn it in, because I think the said captain might be a patrol. He might be patrolling around. I hit that tiger, but then I ranged it or something, so it's... There we go. I must have ranged it. Now, this is the saber-toothed tiger. As you can see, he just resisted my flame lick, so he's like high dark blue. But it doesn't really matter because, you know, I got panic animal, so it can be good. Slightly better XP. But you really got to be careful with them because they can hit hard. So you really got to stay on top of the fear. It might end up having to fear him 3 times. See, look, he nailed me. Oh, look, he resisted a snare. That's not good. There we go. He hit me once for 88, just like right off the bat. So really, gonna probably take 3 panic animals to finish him off. And it's a good idea. Like, I was thinking I should already be casting it, and I didn't do it. Luckily, he didn't land anything on me. But look at that. He's starting to drain my HP because he resisted the panic animal twice. Okay, now we're gonna back off. We're gonna avoid this knight here. Gonna plink him a little bit and get enough range to cast panic animal without getting beat on. And another resist. Okay, well, I'm perfectly happy leveling up my archery, but this is really... Oh, yes, I know why this is happening now. Okay, so I saw that there's a bug that's only going to be active for the rest of this day, because in just another few hours. Since they did the big update recently, there's a bug where there's a double resist check. So every time there's a resist check, it's double. So this is not a good time to, say, do charming on the enchanter. And it's even affecting my little fear kiting plan here. See, look, he resisted that recast right there. I'm gonna back off. Yeah, I knew he was gonna get free pretty soon. Okay. Alright, well, let's hit him with another flame lick. Let's keep some damage going on him. We're probably gonna have to re-snare him this time. But, like, usually, you're not getting resisted very much at all. I think it's affecting the fear landing, and I think it's also affecting how early it breaks. So, usually this would be better than this, although I did say, you know, these cats are no joke, man. These saber-toothed tigers. There we go, we got a fresh panic animal on them. But it would normally go a lot more smoothly than it has this time. So I don't know how much longer we got on snare. I'm gonna go for the finish, though. But you can see how nice and easy and simple a grind this is. Just dark blue animals wandering close. Occasionally I get a Sarnak Berserker, which is easily doable. And collect some braids. Maybe I can raise my faction with the Overthere, so I don't have to camo and sneak in. I don't lose faction with anything by doing so. And it'd be pretty cool, because that's Overthere faction. So I think if I get that faction up, I might be able to... I don't know, is Shardak on that faction? I think Shardak might be that faction. Karner's Castle, I think, is the same faction. And Howling Stones. Now, I don't know if anybody, even if they're, you know, on the good with Overthere, I don't know if they can go into Howling Stones. I don't know enough about it. But, I mean, that'd be cool if you could just wander around and go wherever you want in those zones. You know, until you get, like, one group there, right? And then you blow it. But, I figured why not? I mean, I'm here. So I'm not going to be actively seeking out the Sarnak Berserkers, but I will kill them as I see them, as they come nearby. Especially because after a while, you know, I burned most of the animals. Wow, I just fizzled most of my mana trying to rebuff that bramble coat there. And Strength of the Earth needs to be recast, but now I'm so low on mana that I might just chill on it. Wait until like full mana and then cast the buff so that I get more time out of it. You know what I mean? Wanted to check out my skills real quick because I still haven't capped my one-hand slash, but I think it's getting up there. Alteration is at 201. I gotta find a skill that is like dual wields at 202, so I think my cap is 205 right now. And one-hand slash just went up to 199, so it's almost capped, so that's pretty good. It was only up until very recently when Kunark dropped that we stopped using the Lamentation Blade, which is 2 hands. So our 2 hands at 180, it's pretty much there, right? We don't have anything in 2-hand or 1-hand blunt. I mean, 1-hand blunt's got 40. But where I'm really kind of feeling like sticking with slashing on this character, I wanted to do a role-playing thing where he's like using just blades, like swords and stuff. But and a whip doesn't really count. Like I was thinking like an elven warrior, kind of like Legolas style, using those kinds of blades. And we got a whip because I sold out because it just looks so cool. I was like, oh, it procs snare. Awesome. Fortunately, it doesn't proc snare, I think, until level 50. So, it's still got a great damage ratio, though, 1428 base. It does take away 5 AC for some reason, but it was a good price. It was 400 plat, and it had a great damage ratio. I will probably have to go get some groups in City of Mist at some point and get a Jade Green Broadsword, because I need to have a weapon that doesn't proc snare for when I am not tanking and I'm just DPSing, because when this thing does start to proc snare, it's going to be stealing aggro for sure when it procs even just once, but especially if it procs twice. I'm probably going to be taking aggro. We don't necessarily want to do that. Alright, let's throw on the buffs and get back to it. Let's see what we got around here to kill. Track might be old, but it's showing a Sarnak Knight and a Kunark Rhino somewhere nearby. Okay. And let me pull up my set again. Let's see, is this the right one? Panic Animal and Invigor. So yeah, I have Invigor up now because I am going that constantly. Like kill and pull, running, hitting, that I'm actually running out of energy. That's how constant it is, how much I don't even lose any HP pretty much. And I'm killing pretty fast too, thanks to these awesome weapons that I have, as well as the fear. I mean, the fear is what preserves my HP, but the weapons and as well as the FBSS. Wow, even these guys resisting. Like, these are lower. That should not be happening. We're not having... Oh, auto attack wasn't on. Well, I'm a genius. There we go. And these guys go down relatively quick. They have a wide level variance, but for the most part, I seem to be higher than the majority of them. Take them down pretty nicely now. And yeah, this is just like the greatest. It's just the greatest grind, I swear, since Khazak-Thul Gators. And it's totally uncontested. Like, there might be, I think last time I was here, there was some mage running around, and someone was kiting, some bard was kiting, or was it a wizard? Was kiting the cacti around. But aside from that, oh, he interrupted that cast. Fear dropped right before the cast of it finished. So we really need to stay on top of fears. And again, this resist bug is what is making that difficult. Like, honestly, it was so smooth that I was sitting at like full HP even after doing multiple kills in a row, because I could just... It's just such a cheap spell. I don't care if it's still got like 10 seconds on it. I just recast it whenever I feel like it and just keep it completely up the entire time I'm fighting these guys. You know, we got Sao. Looks like I forgot to refresh some other buffs, but we can hit them up later. Let's grab this guy. Let's lick him. Now the rhinos have Sao speed, so you've got to, which is nice for pulling actually, because you don't have to like stay in range of them. You can run back at full speed. Critical hit for 40 on that bow shot there. Obviously not exactly killing it with the bow, but our archery I think is at like, let's take a look while we're in this fight here. I should go closer to the wall, but I'm just gonna do it here. I don't see anything around. So let's take a look while we're chasing this guy. Pull up my skill window here. Archery is at 154, so it's got a ways to go, and this is a great opportunity. See, just recasted fear right there. This is a great opportunity to level it up, since right over on the other side of that wall, I've got all the vendors I'd ever need, but including fletching. Easy for me to use. So easy. That panic was a little late, but we only took a little bit of a hit there, but still I gotta be more on top of it since my HP has declined a bit. And see, now we're about to run out of energy. We're taking a debuff because we now have 0 energy. So our strength was at 119, it went down to 109. I'm sure I'm taking a debuff on other seals. Dex is down to 94. So what I do is I cast in Vigor. I want to wait till this guy's dead, but there we go. Cast in Vigor on myself. And look at that, we're already at 90%. What were we at, 80 or 84 when we started? I'm not sure. There. Cast in Vigor so I can keep going. And if anybody's watching who's playing a healing class, you might want to keep that into consideration. When you see a tank who's maybe constantly engaged with mobs because of chain pulling, or a puller who's just always pulling and fighting, just know that they're going to be running out of energy, and try to get a sense of the timing. Maybe a video like this helps you see how fast that they would get worn out. I didn't even get full energy off of that in Vigor, but I got quite a bit. Not even bothering with Flame Leak this time. I really need to get out of the habit. It's just a bad habit that I keep using it. Snare. Snare landed. And Panic Animal. And it's that easy. Now I just lay into him. You can see my damage numbers underneath my health and mana bars there in that chat window. Nice big numbers, sometimes double hits with that Worm Slayer. And the whip also does decent as well. Look at that, a double, 55-72. Just crushing it. And look, these rhinos are awesome. They turn around and hit me for like 40 damage. And you've seen me like practically non-stop, and my mana's still good. This guy's about to run. There we go. 2 fears is usually all it takes for most of the mobs around here. Get behind him so that he can't dodge or parry. And bam. 91%. And this is a hell level. Level 40 is a hell level. So, I mean, my XP per hour meter must be broken. It's saying 232. It's broken. I don't know why it's broken, but that's definitely not accurate. But, ooh, there's a Berserker nearby, and there's a Tiger. We're going to go with the animal. I'm not that keen on the braids where I'm going to want to kill him. I want to kill him when there's nothing else around. That's kind of my feeling about it. Let's just start with the snare, because she's already back in our kill zone. But I am going to throw on a Flame Lick this time, just for fun. Hit her with a couple arrows. And then lay in. See, she hit me for, 63. Nice hit there. But as you can see, I'm actually kind of cutting even on HP, maybe slowly gaining. Now, the reason these are my favorite is because they just seem to die so much faster than, like, the rhinos. Like, the rhinos also don't hit very hard, and everything seems to land on them pretty well. But the Tiger says they go down nice and quick, relatively speaking. Well, now this is seeming about the same, but I swear to God, it seems a lot faster sometimes. I'm going to hit her with another Fear. And that should definitely last until she's in running range anyway. Hope we don't get too close to this cockatrice here. There we go. So it's just like continuous kills. The cacti here are indifferent. They don't KOS, so don't have to worry about them. Went up to 93%, from 91 to 93 on a hell level. There's a light blue Berserker, so I'm going to take it out because I can get a braid pretty easily, I think. Do a little bit of kiting on it. I think I am going to lick it, just so I can rip it down quick. And then let's get done. Let's get her done. No fearing on this guy, and we only got 66% HP, so a slightly risky maneuver, but as you can see, we got it in hand. And I think they drop like 100%. They're dropping braids. I've only killed like 3 or 2, I think, and I got 2 braids, so it seems like they're dropping the braid every time. Maybe it's only when they're carrying that whip in their hand. That means that it's because I think the braid is a whip weapon, so That must be the braid that he's using on me. This one's light blue. The other one I mentioned earlier when I was looking at the tiger, when I was like, well, I'm not going to kill this berserker now. That was a dark blue. So some of them are still dark blue, but they're probably like very last level of dark blue, which is really a sweet spot, especially for something that you can't fear. And even though we're getting a little lower, 60% HP, 50% mana, there's really no reason for us to stop yet. Not even close. Oh, except we're out of energy. Let's throw ourselves an Invigor. And then let's pull another Tigress. Probably my favorite mob right now to kill here. There's the added benefit that they don't have sow speed. Ironically, the rhinos have sow speed, but the Tigresses don't. Go figure on that. Must be opposite day. I mean, I guess rhinos can be pretty quick, right, when they charge. Maybe that was the logic, but so can tigers, right? So, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to fear for a second. There we go. Oh, look at how quick that broke. Again, there's double resist checks. Every time there's a resist check, it's double right now until they do another patch, which I think is coming pretty soon here. Just great soloing. It's nice to be in an open, beautiful zone where you can see the sky, you can see everything around you. This is time for it. I knew we were too late. It's about time for another panic animal. I mean, I really wish that Grognarg and I had just come here instead of trying to duo it out in the Emerald Jungle. Because comparatively, it's like, that was just hell. Let's get on top of it and fear now, so we don't take any hits. Because we're at the point now where, you know, the Ruby Breastplate isn't really cutting it. Well, it's Pinkasite, but it's a Rubicite Breastplate, basically. Right? It's not really cutting it for us anymore. It doesn't regen very much. It's helpful, but it's not as noticeable as it used to be. Oh, they're just serving it up. Alright, another one. This one we're going to try to not take a hit from. Why not? Do it right. Let's lick her. Plink her a little bit. And then fear right off the bat. And there she goes, and we get in. So you can see, like 95%, it's just flying. And this is, again, is a hell level. I was in a group here, and I was getting like 37 or 40% an hour. We were like chain pulling and killing stuff really fast. Oh, I waited too long. I'm not using my spell tracker. I should, but if I did, I would probably be able to cast the fear right at the exact right time, you know, when it goes its full course, but it doesn't wear out. Probably time for another one right about now. Boom. Alright. There we go. Oh, look. It broke early. Again, this is a lower level mob, so it shouldn't be breaking hardly ever, but we're getting double resist checks every time. Double the chance of breaking. And there we go. She's running now. So how long have I been recording? I've been recording 23 minutes. Wow. Have I been talking for 23 minutes straight? I am a madman. So this is what happens when I don't drink. You know, sometimes I drink when I play, and then I'm like silent. Then I don't drink when I play. I just can't shut up. But look at this. It's just like, I'm not even using track right now. I just look around and I see an animal. 45 HP, 37 mana. Perfect. Perfect. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna die. I know that. I got Panic Animal. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna kill it. And then I can take a longer med break, you know? I got a rebuff, so I can just, like, hit, like, 0. I can heal, hit 0 mana, and then have a long med break, come back for a second and rebuff. You know, I don't want to have a med break for, like, you know, just a couple, like, 1 minute med breaks, you know? I'd rather have a nice long one. Oops. Was not clicking the right button. Well, look at us kicking his butt. He's dying really fast. This must be one of the lower level ones, but those Those frickin' resist checks, man. They're killer. See, now we're getting low, so... After this one... Oh, we're so close to leveling, too. But after this one, I think I'll take a break. Burn my mana on some heals. Well, I'll bandage up and then burn mana on heals and then sit Marrow down and let him med up. And regen HP. And I can just go up on the wall. Nothing comes close enough to the wall to aggro on you. 97%. It's just cruising. Just cruising. Through a hell level. It's ridiculous. Alright. I think my Bind Wound skill is maxed. Let me take a look at it. It's at 150 and it's not moving, so I think it is maxed at 150. Which brings my HP from 31% to 34. So that's not bad. It's still worth using. Dual Wield just went up to 204. So Dual Wield's, I think, going to cap out. One more tick. Did I get any other skill ups? I noticed Dual Wield goes up a lot faster than One Hand Slash. I don't know why they would be so different. Especially when both my weapons are One Hand Slash. There we go. One Hand Slash went up to 199. So it's not too far behind. So we're doing good. I'm just wondering if I'm going to be able to notice a difference. Like between 199 to 205 One Hand Slash. I assume the effect is your attack rating in the rolls. It seems like that would be the logical place for that to have an effect. I haven't really paid attention to attack enough to tell if it's going up with each skill up of a weapons. But if you know, if you're watching and you know, yes, when you get a weapon skill up, it gives you an attack skill up. If you know that, please go ahead and say so. I think I'm only going to do one heal because we're going to have to rebuff anyway. So we want to make sure we can med up and use the ruby breastplate to HP regen that entire time. I don't want to hit 100% HP and then still be medding, you know. I'm a min-maxer like that sometimes. I'm going to pause here. When I come back, probably 2 or 3 kills. We will ding level 41. And this won't be a super long video like some of my duo or group videos. It's going to be the usual 30 to 45 minute video, I think. Just showing you the spot, hanging out, and me blabbering and blabbering on. So I'll be back in an instant of your time. Alright, rebuffed. Finished medding up. Oh, looks like I missed Sal. And we're ready to get back to it and get this level. Now, by the time you see this video, it's probably going to be like 5 or 6 days after the actual recording. Because I record too much. And it ends up pushing things back. I've actually been deleting more videos lately. I had a couple of sessions with Classic and the boys that I've just started to delete because they're on Classic's channel. So I'm kind of just reposting it. And I think probably the majority of the people who watch my channel at this point are also watching Classic's videos. So there doesn't need to be the redundancy there. So I'm going to let Classic post those group sessions. I think he does a better job of, you know, pausing them in the right kinds of spots and whatnot than I do anyway. And does a better job of being aware of the audience during a group session. I'm going to play to my strength. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, no. Well, he's snared. Can I get far enough away? I forgot to mem my Soloin spell kit. I don't have Panic Animal up right now. Oh, gosh. Let's just plink him with some arrows while he's... I don't even have root right now. This is... Oops. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick to just like little solo or duo things that I do or something interesting. I had one where we went into Kesora, actually. I should have posted that one, but I think I already deleted it. To do our Howling Stones key. And I think Classic didn't really catch the whole journey into Kesora, and I did. But it's whatevs. It's whatevs. Oh, look at that. Panic broke. There we go. Playing with the camera a bit. But once I do a side strafe, it goes right back behind my character, so... Unless I push F9, right? Then it'll give me some more interesting options, I guess. Oh, what's this? Like straight behind Marrow's head? Hey, let's try that for a bit. This looks kind of cool. Rhino butt, rhino face. Alright. So it's kind of locked. Oh, now that I tried to adjust the vertical axis, it seems to have gone back to just your traditional scroll out setting. Did I just seriously just forage a cracked shell? Oh, it has the same graphic as the elephant, like leg or whatever, a tusk, but it's a shell, cracked shell. Okay. Saber-toothed tiger is the nearest mob. It's right to my left. So this one is, like I said, higher dark blue, so there's a decent chance, I'd say, of dinging off of this kill. It says it's the closest mob, and yet, where is he, dude? Behind and to the left. Oh, I totally missed him. He's right there. Okay. Now, I didn't realize this, but apparently druids cannot track by distance. Rangers can. I've got a setting right here, track sort, distance. So everything's sorted by distance. That'd be a bummer, trying to pull if you can't track by distance, but it's still better to be able to track it all, even if you can't track by distance, because you can at least like find particular mobs that you're looking for, especially named. So these are probably the heaviest animals that you fight doing this grind. Let's hit him with the panic right now. We don't want to turn around and take a double swipe if we don't need to. If we keep the hits to a minimum, we can keep going without having to stop for quite a while. Almost too long. You know what I mean? You start to miss the med breaks. What happened with that fear? It like didn't work or something. Like I didn't see he resisted, but I also didn't see he flees in panic. It just like it was like it would never happened. It was interesting. I think I'm lagging a bit. That's what it feels like. Alright, it's about time for another. Oh yeah. That's good. See, he turns around. It does like 100 points of damage to me. These tigers. I might even need another snare on this guy, because I pulled with snare. Oh, shoot. And he resists the panic animal. Let's face tank him for a bit, as much as I hate to do so. Let's re-snare. Another panic resist? Really? Oh well. We took a little bit of a beating, but as long as we don't continue to take a beating, it's not going to make a difference. Ruby. Ooh, look at that, 2%. Now the bonus, you have to remember the bonus is only 25% XP. So the fact that we just went up 2% on that guy means that even normally we could get 1.5% in the middle of this hell level off of those tigers, which is amazing. Oh, this is a heavier rhino. He was landing some huge hits. Dang. Oh, shoot. So if we are fighting like a heavier animal like this, you probably want to, and you get low on HP, and you don't want to face tank at all, just remember you got him snared. You can make the space you need. And keep all your damage free, like this. It's weird, he was hitting like a heavy rhino, but he's also going down like a light rhino. Maybe I'm just getting lucky on the RNG hits. Rhinos are fast though, keep that in mind. Like this is snared and he's still pretty quick. Look, he runs slower when he's feared, which is interesting. Wow, see these resist checks are just killing me, dude. It's ridiculous. Look at that. I literally just landed it. Look at my HP now. Oh, we're just gonna Bind Wound. We're not gonna waste any mana on that. Now let's see what kind of XP we get now that we're in 41, which is no longer a hell level. Yeah, we went up from 1 to 3% on this Rhino, which I think was easier than that Tiger, although I'm not sure. Like, look how much damage he did to me. It's a little intense there. If I were to min-max, when I kill the Sarnak Berserkers, I should throw on my Shield of Thistles. That's a 6-point damage shield. My Bramble Coat, my self-only AC buff, has 3 points of damage shield that comes with it. So I get 9-point damage shield. So if you're going to fight mobs as a ranger that you cannot fear, you're going to face tank them, there's no reason not to use your damage shields. Even though it's only 9 points, it's 9 points for every hit. And really, you know, best defense is good offense. And you're not going to use, unless you're chain nuking, you're not really going to use a full bar of mana in a fight. So why not? Another Tigress, perfect. Let's do a first-person fight. It's been a while since I've done that. I know people seem to be like really against first-person playing. People used to mock me. You play in first-person sometimes, and I'm like, yep, I do. But look at this. It's got an immersion factor. You gotta admit. Oh, I just creamed him right off the bat. That was beautiful. Look at this. We're ripping him apart, but we are low on HP, so we definitely want to use the fear. If you're watching my damage numbers, you're probably not, but it is a beautiful sight. Feels nice. I think I was out DPSing monks in my group. It was close though, honestly, not gonna lie. It's probably about equal to them. But still, you know, for a ranger, that's pretty good. Because you're a better tank, right? Just need some better gear upgrades. I have some Tollance Vam Braces that I need to go back to the tunnel for, get them off the mule. They're going to give me a free cast of Stinging Swarm, which would be a great way to pull. Be a really great way to pull. I should just go get those. Now the Cliff Golem wanders out here, so this feels a little risky. We're going to grab this Rhino here. And snare him. Now we are low on HP, so we're not going to face tank while we cast Fear. We're going to get far enough away to cast Fear first. Let's get a little close third person where we get to see our character, but we're still close. We still feel like we're immersed a little bit here. Okay, it's feeling like a good time to recast Panic Animal. Kind of don't want to take a few hits for a while. My mana's still at 62, which is amazing, right? You've seen me kill a bunch of stuff non-stop. Mana's at 62. We just gotta let the HP catch up. We gotta keep the HP up so we don't have to stop to heal. That's what'll slow us down. So it's worth overcasting Panic Animal, I guess is my point, to prevent taking hits. Alright, since we leveled, I think our XP per hour meter is a little more accurate. It just went from 45 to 68 on that kill. Now we probably should grind up to like 10% to see what it's really at. But if I'm at level 41 getting like 50 or more experience per hour soloing, granted there is an XP bonus of like 25%, but you know, I can calculate that out. Like, that's really good numbers. Really good numbers. Oh, I forgot I didn't want to face tank. Oh well. It's done, it's done. We're doing fine. We can always bandage up. That's the thing. We can bandage back up to 50. And 50 HP is enough to kill anything that we're going to Fear Kite. For sure. Oh, I just started to cast Sal on the Rhino. He's already running it at Sal speed, so that would not be... That'd be bad news bears. I feel like putting a Flame Lick on him. Alright, I feel like even though he's almost there, I just want to do one more panic animal. And that will definitely last until he's naturally afraid. Because his HP is too low. There we go. So there, our XP per hour meter just dropped back down to 50, 49. And then it went back up to 63. So, I mean, it feels like it's kind of settling in that range here. Ooh, what did I just pick up? Petrified redwood. I think that's probably to make some sort of bow or something, but I'll look it up. Oh, gotta be careful. See, usually it's better to pull closer to the wall. I've been getting a little lax, because you can get walked up on by stone gazer cockatrice, and man, they are violent little critters. Tigress is perfect. Now I've got the longest range arrows that I possibly can make that are like super cheap. So these are 150 range arrows, which is great for this pulling back to the wall thing, because I don't have to run that far to the mob. Can't seem to land a hit on it though. It's okay. Looking for skill ups more than I'm looking for DPS out of it. I hit it once. I shot like 7 arrows at it and I hit it once. I really need to put Panic Animal on a hotkey. I got Flame Lick on hotkey 6. Snare on hotkey 5. Heal on hotkey 3. And I got my nuke on hotkey 8. I don't think I need the nuke on a hotkey. But 8's a little far. Like 8, I have to like reach over to push. I was trying to put it on 6, but then I kept casting it by accident when I was trying to cast Flame Lick. And then I'd have mobs that weren't snared yet running away. Okay, XP per hour dropped to 47 and then went back up to 57 on that kill. So we're probably at something like 52% an hour, 53% an hour. Take a quarter off of that, right? So like 40% an hour. 38, 40% an hour. No XP bonus. It's pretty epic if you ask me. Let's grab the tiger. I want to see if we can get a tick from 8% to 10% into our level off of a single kill here. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be a tiger. Slick him. I should have snared him. I don't want to take hits from this guy. Okay. Oh, I got so lucky. He didn't hit me at all, and I hit him. And there he goes on the run. But as you can see, he takes a lot longer to take down than the rhinos or the tigresses. Like, we're right around Panic Animal territory, and he's only at 75% HP. So this is a 3 or 4 Panic Animal kill. That's fine. I got all day. Oh, you know what I've been forgetting? My energy levels. And you know, I think it actually does affect DPS. Let's invigor ourselves up right now in the middle of this fight. I think we're gonna need another. Yep, of course. What is going on, dude? Look, he got me down to 19%. Ridiculous. Alright, I think I'll make this the last kill of the video. We got him on the... Oh, wait, is he gonna run? He's not gonna run. I need to re-fear him. Because now I'm less than 20%. Okay, now I'm at 20, so... Yeah, we went up to 10%. And we got a saber-toothed tiger hide. Alright. So, that's the grind, you guys. And it's the best there is around. This is epic XP, is it not? Is it not? What I'm gonna do here is bind wound and then get right back to it. I'm gonna do it until my mana's at like 20 or 10. And then I'll be ready to take a break. But you can just keep going and keep going. Burn as many arrows as you want. Go buy some more if you got sneak. I think all rangers have sneak. Could be wrong. I think so. I'm not sure if it's a racial thing. I think wood elves get sneak, so maybe it's racial. Maybe they both get sneak. But yeah, if you got sneak and an invis, you can use this outpost over here for all your needs. Banking, bandages, food, water, fletching supplies, you name it. Anyways, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Be safe out there.